Well, good day, folks. It's Monday, May 27th, and as you can see, kind of a cloudy, misty, rainy day. It's not raining right now, but it rained earlier. So today's going to be a good day to work inside the barn, and I've got a repair to do. And I'm hoping it's an easy repair on my bucket loader. So I remove the bucket loader when I'm mowing the lawn because I don't need that. It's extra weight and it just kind of gets in the way. So without that, I've got a shorter turning radius and less weight. So I had a problem when I disconnected this last weekend. It seemed to be working fine. But when I went to disconnect it, this cylinder wasn't working. Well, what I did, seemed to be working fine. The loader was working fine. And then I disconnected it. Disconnected the 4 hoses from the hydraulic system. And then I forgot to do something. I don't know, I forgot to secure the legs or something. I forget what it was. So I reconnected the hoses and then maneuvered whatever I had to do, disconnected let me back up. I'm confusing myself. So set this down, disconnected everything here from the tractor, disconnected the hoses, was going to pull away, realized I didn't do something right, I forget what it was. So I reconnected the hoses, set everything up the way it had to be, and then tried to maneuver the loader arms here to lift. Oh, that's what I did wrong. I didn't lift the frame here up out of the cradle right there. Didn't lift that. So I had to reconnect the hoses, and then I tried to lift the frame here, and this cylinder wasn't working. So I don't know if it wasn't working prior to this. It seemed to be. The loader was working fine. So I don't know if both cylinders were working, or if this one wasn't working and that one was driving everything, or if something happened after I disconnected the line and reconnected it. Kind of thinking maybe I got air in the line. So my chore today is I'm going to, after a long explanation, I'm going to rehook the hydraulic lines to the tractor and see if it works. Fingers crossed, so I'm going to give it a try. I'm hoping it's not a cylinder. And I don't even know how, but I'm guessing there's a way to bleed these lines if there is air in there. So I have to probably disconnect it here maybe. I don't know. So if anybody knows how to bleed these lines, let me know. So I'm going to start the tractor up, pull it in here, reconnect everything, and see if it works. Okay, so this is kind of a tough angle. There's no easy way to show you what I'm doing here. It really doesn't matter that much. I think most people know how to install or connect these hoses. But that's where the camera is probably the best angle for you to see. Otherwise it'd be behind me. So I cleaned off all the connections here. Make sure they're all clean. And now the fun is getting everything to hook up. All right, so that one's in. This one goes here. That. And then let's try this angle. Come on. comes in. Okay, I think they're all connected. So now comes the big test. Okay, so I'm trying to give you the best angle here so you can see both sides, whether they're working or not. So let's give it a try. So without the tractor running, that cylinder doesn't want to work too well. It works a little better at higher RPMs. It'll come out a little farther and go back in a little quicker, but it's not working properly. And then when I try to return it, close it up, I'm getting a bad vibration in the tractor. And it never did that before. So I'm guessing that vibration's tied to the operation of the loader here, these cylinders. So I'm guessing, I don't know, either that cylinder is bad or there's air in the line. So I'll bring you back when I've got something figured out. Well, it's only been a couple of seconds for you, but it's been, I don't know, a couple of weeks for me. So I posted on some social media tractor groups a question in a video on what would be causing this cylinder not to work. Didn't get any responses. So my next step was going to some tractor dealers in the area and asking them. So one was a Kubota dealer. They kind of shrugged and said, well, we don't know. It's a Massey Ferguson. We don't know. I said, well, hydraulics are all the same on every tractor. But they didn't know. They said, go to the Massey dealer. So then I stopped at a Coyote dealer on my way home from work one day and asked them. And they said, oh, we don't know. Go down the street to this guy, John, and he can help you. He's a hydraulic guy. So I went down, tried to find John, couldn't find him. Nobody knew who he was. So my next step was I called the local, he's about an hour and a half away, but the local Massey dealer, that's where I get my parts. Talked to him over the phone and told him what was going on. He said, well, that's normal. I don't know. He said it's normal that one cylinder won't work as well as the other because of the difference in pressure or resistance or something. I forget what he said. He said it'll work normally once you hook it back up. But I've never noticed that problem before. So I'm hoping he's right. So what I'm going to do is reconnect the hydraulics, the hoses to the tractor, and see if I can mount this loader frame back onto the tractor. So we'll do that next. seems to be working. So now I'll lift these arms out of the way, put them away, and we'll give it a good test. Okay, ready? Let's give it a try. Well, it seems to be working, so I sure am happy about that, because I was afraid I had a real expensive repair here. That's never happened to me before, having the two cylinders work differently, but I never goofed on removing the loader frame from the tractor before. So I think I explained that I didn't do it properly. I screwed it all up. That's the short and simple. I screwed it all up, and I never did that before. So it might have just been me screwing it up and kind of knocking everything out of whack. So seems to be working good. Now it's on to the next repair and the next project. So folks, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks.